This is a native Nevadan pickup. My dad bought it in 1951 in Pioche, and he gave it to me in 1968 after he cracked the block on it and bought another vehicle. And I just towed it. I got married in 1970, and I just carried it with me from home to home when I was moving. And like I said before, it was used for various things, including garbage cans. And along the way, I decided I'm not really going to do anything with it, and I had a good friend who thought he would do something with it, so I sold it to him. And he had it and put some money into the frame. Then he decided that he wasn't going to really get real involved with it, so that kind of slowed down for him. And then unfortunately he contracted cancer and passed away. And after he passed, I approached his son and persuaded him to give it back to me. And then about 3 years ago we started rebuilding it, and we took it all the way down and put it back piece by piece. It's got a 302 Ford. It's got an automatic overdrive rear end or transmission and a 355 rear end. It's got four-wheel disc. It's got rack and pinion steering, power rack and pinion steering, and everything's original on the body. It's all original parts. The only thing that I had to find after finding an engine was I had to find a seat, and I couldn't find a seat. I don't know where the seat went. So found a seat in South Carolina and had it shipped here, and gradually went through the process of putting it back together.
So the body work, who did body work?
His name is Denny Avila, and he has Auto Body Specialist is the name of his company. Here in town. And he had it for about a year. He was kind enough to store it for me while he was working on it. And during the process, he showed me a few things that should be done. I don't know if you'll notice, but most of the 51s, or 48 to 52, this was a two-piece fender, and we decided to fill that in and make it just a single-piece fender. And he had several people work on it, but in the end, they did a tremendous job on the bodywork. It's just as straight as an arrow.
So how about the chrome one?
The chrome, I had this was painted originally, and I took it all apart and took it to a gentleman out in North Las Vegas. Can't remember his name either, but he had the chrome done. These are new reproductions. This was the first piece of the restoration that my wife bought me. She found that somewhere online and said, "I'm going to buy that for you." I said, "Okay." And the spears are all original. So it's been a labor of love. I put I stained some oak. I milled it myself. I'm not going to say I'm not much of a carpenter. I'm a decent carpenter, but I was a little reluctant to go too deep on the grooves. But once I finally got it done, it came out good. I was worried about the stain, but.
So the gas tank is
I moved the gas tank from behind the seat to between the rear fender rails on the back, and then I put an access port in the back of the bed.
So any plans for the future?
Well, I'm going to have to put a stabilizer bar in the front end, and I'm going to have to pull the gas tank. Right now I go down to about a half a tank, and when I take off, the gas goes to the back, fuel pumps in the front, so it starts sucking air, and it makes it acts like it's running out of gas. So I have to put another gas tank in that's got some baffling in it. So
who did the leather interior for?
His name is Mimo, and
He's there in town as well?
He's here in town. He's off of Pecos. Yeah, he did a great job. He did it for a third of what other people were quoting me, and he did an excellent job. An excellent job.
So what kind of comments do you get on this?
Oh, I tell you, people love it. They say it's a beautiful truck. I heard one guy pass by today and say, "Now that's a pickup," yeah. And that makes you feel good. You know, I mean, if anybody's done a vehicle before, they know that there's a lot of money involved in it, and you wonder to yourself, am I really spending money in the right place here? So I'll tell you what, I'm really happy with how it turned out. My wife loves it. Like I said, I get compliments all the time on it, and it's surprisingly from people our ages that give you the thumbs up or I love your truck or something like that, and it's really I guess that's the reward in what you do. I had it in Boulder City a couple weeks ago, and there was an old pickup parked beside a cafe up there, and there were some people from Australia that were coming from the down street direction, and they started taking pictures of that old truck. And I had this parked around the corner, and I just kind of leaned in. I said, "There's a really nice one around there." So they went over there and they started lining up and taking pictures. Everybody took their turn getting pictures with it. So I told my wife, I said, "I don't know what I started. Maybe I should go charge them."
Yeah, exactly.
Come on down, everybody, to the car show at Eastern, and I will be here and hopefully be able to show off my truck again.